So here we are with episode 5 of the family circumstances of the Irregular Witch. Last episode, was quite a doozy. It makes me remember that I don't particularly enjoy the gag between Viola and Fennel. It's funny sometimes, but I feel like it does go a little bit too much. But rewatching episode 4 after like giving it a few times, a few days to just, soften the blow for me, I think that I do enjoy episode 4. Just a little bit more than how I felt about it initially. But we'll just have to see what this episode has in store for us. So if you like the video, like the video. If you dislike it, dislike it. I do have my full length up on Patreon and early access to non-seasonal and some seasonal shows like this one on the YouTube memberships. But other than that, let us get started. Is he running from Viola? Oh. Strapping young elf, 183 years. Oh, Viola's off somewhere, huh? Man's running as fast. My daughter's out tonight. He just run. No, Viola. It's just. Oh, Glind is here. Damn, he's got so many cookies. You home. Glind's just here to have a good time, bro. Yeah. He's done nothing wrong. You're the one who's assuming shit, buddy. Alyssa's over here wanting to have some nice, friendly time. To fix some furniture. Oh. Happens all the time. Dude, he looks like one of those fucking twisted beings from Roll Over and Die. He loves elf babes. Untouchable appearance. It's just dirt and old people. All the young people leave. Where are all the youngins going? Who married young? Yes. It's everything. A tourist spot. Oh, homestay. That's how she met? Ah. Oh, y'all can get along with one another. Called him good looking. He's always wearing a mask though, so. Yes, face reality. Thimbleful. Oh, here comes Fennel coming in to break the dream. We're so starved for entertainment. Hey yo, these elves, man, they really need the internet. They need fiber internet, dude. Understandable. Only I can talk shit about my hometown. She deserves fewer mixed signals. Fennel. Uh-oh. Oh, of course he asks this question right when Viola comes. Oh, you want to return to the soil. Giving her a fucking red card and everything. Holy shit, look at Phoenix. Man's living in a dream about your village. No, dude. Man's over here saying that, telling Glind to... Oh shit! Yeah, Fennel's over here like telling Glind to stop dreaming, and yet here he is, dreaming on. Yeah, I don't really like sweet potato in anything. Okay. The change in the facial expression, Oh shit, dude. These are some serious sweet potatoes! Oh shit! Yeah, I like sweet potatoes just like baked. I don't really like it anything else. The cute little squeaks, dude! They're so cute! So we don't have to dig. Ah, okay. Oh, Lyra's husband. Oh. Selective breeding? Oh, you might have gone a little bit too selective, huh? Oh. He's talking to Giriko. His potatoes. I haven't suffered any damage. Are you gonna eat them? It's kind of... Tater. Oh, but they do scream. Those are damages. How are you gonna eat them? They're so cute! Oh, boisterous. Dude, Lyra will just fucking punch all of these sweet potatoes. You They're all running in a circle. Except with sweet potatoes. But you're supposed to... What? It's just a weirdo. They're... The potatoes, they're baking themselves! Oh my god. Ifrita! Oh, okay. What if it spreads to other potatoes? Maybe it only for... What the fuck? He's out here ready to fucking cut that. What the fuck? Save for time. You got any regular sweet potatoes? The first variety was the normal one. Yeah, but like, they're so cute. How are you supposed to eat them? Potato thing, but they're already... He just goes... These are my sons and daughters. Uh-oh, Lyra's coming. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh my god, she's gonna fucking beat you. Damn, Lyra's really out here. Oh my god, she pulled the sword. Spud Caliber. I'm constantly having to clean up after your mess. Holy shit! Oh my god. Kaholid? Oh shit, damn, Giriko's, yeah. Damn, that's her farming gear? Oh, the normal potatoes. Oh my god, Pondo, it's just beat. No wonder your son doesn't want to talk to you. Oh, the garden's not a... Oh. Oh. It's a fucking battlefield out here. Holy shit, all the scarecrows. Damn, what's Viola up to right now? An alarm? Oh, oh, damn, stepped right on his crotch. No wonder he screamed. There's a fucking giant out here? Oh, shit! Oh my god, the sweet potatoes, they're back! Yeah, what's going on here? Giriko again? Yeah. She just poured the entire thing. Didn't even ask for instructions. She didn't even give you instructions. I don't think so. He hasn't tried humans yet, so... We're just watching potatoes fight each other. We're talking about potatoes, right? Oh shit. What, they just took each other out? Oh, they formed? They merge. Oh my god. Senta Hemith. Yeah! Yeah! Oh my god, are they firing a fucking laser? What? That's just gonna go into space! Ooh, it's boxing out here. Oh shit! Combining. No. What, Giriko just comes over and she's just like, ah, well. The whole potato shit is so fucking stupid. Fantastic. Okay, yeah, as I was saying, I'm gonna go write some notes and we will be right back to the center. Alright, so that was episode 5? Episode 5 of the family circumstances of the Irregular Witch. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was a pretty good episode. Whole situation with Fennel and Glind certainly is there. Of course, we continue to have Fennel, who is trying to get himself in a relationship with Alyssa. It's not working because, as we established from Viola, right? She trusts Fennel because he's not going to make a move ever. He's going to fail constantly. But even then, she still doesn't trust him enough to actually leave him alone with Alyssa. And that's why she ended up getting Glind to come over and help. Fantastic, dude. Fantastic. I will say, though, when Fennel came and just punched the shit out of Glind, like, holy shit, dude. And I said that his face just looks like one of the fucking monsters from, like the spiral monsters from Roll Over and Die. Now, if only it was, like, oozing some sort of fucking drip or something, it'll definitely look like that. But I can think of, it's like, he's lucky that Glind doesn't seem to be very violent as he is in terms of, you know, the the way that he reacted when he saw Glind, right? Because, like, dude, if Glind just went and just punched him in the face, he's just knocked out immediately. But, you know, here's Glind just taking this fucking punch. We have, I guess, what you would say, a boys talk, I suppose. That's what they end up saying with one another, and Alyssa's just kind of like, oh, you know, boys, that whole spiel. Glind is here because he, as he says, he wants to be useful to girls, that's what he says, or women. So that's the reason why he's here, and then we're kind of here on the topic of elfin villages and such, and we see that Glind very much has a very big fantasy viewpoint of elves, which understandable, right? This is the anime showcasing, right? These are all the tropes that comes with elves, and here is how we're going to break it. And I really enjoy the way that they did it with this, with Glind going in. Oh, actually, it's what Alyssa says. Boys are so energetic. That's what she says. Anyways, Glind's just over here like, hanging out with you ruins my image of elves, and it's like, well, that's you know. Elves aren't exactly, and also, you know, in terms of like applying this to reality, right? People, we kind of have like images of certain people of different races, and we kind of have that assumption, and that's kind of how Glind has with elves. He thinks that they're all beautiful people who are good at, good at archery and such. Or I think that's what Alyssa makes point of. But yeah, going with the idea of elves, he's just talking about the women in his mind right now, right? Elves are mystical, willowy, untouchable appearance. That's his ideal. And Glind is just like, I just want to go to an elfin village and see all these hot babes. And Fennel is just like, look, it's just a bunch of old people in the fucking villages, alright? There's nothing to fucking do at the villages. They're so far away that all of the youngins, they end up just moving away. So if you do go to a village, it's just gonna be a bunch of old elves who are like over 150 years old. I find it very funny that Glind is just like, oh no, it's not a paradise of beautiful elfin women. Well, you can still find elfin women in other areas. They're just not in elfin villages. Right? You still got the chance of finding yourself a hot elfin babe someday. And I love this part where Fennel's just like, look, there are some young women, but they're mostly moms who married young. And Glind is just like, whoa, you mean it's an elfin MILF paradise? Good on you, Glind. Aim up! Aim up! Then we have this talk about the sacred tree, the great mana tree that the elves revered for ages, right? The air is really clear and it feels like just being there purifies you. And Fennel's just like, yeah, it's pretty much a tourist spot because it's the only sort of entertainment there. That is so funny. It's the only thing in town. And I just love Fennel going and just like, yeah, we're really starved for entertainment over here. And that's why we're so adept at the bowls, because there's nothing else to do. Fantastic, dude. Fan-fucking-tastic. God, there's this part where Glind is just like, I bet they never poop. And it's like, if you think they never poop, how the fuck does their body function? If that happens, we're gonna need to fucking cut into these elves and see how their organs function. Like, what's going on? Where's the food going? Right? If they don't poop, then that means that they don't particularly need to eat. And like, if they do eat, again, we need to cut them up, open them, and look at their organs and see what the hell is going on in there. Because that is a phenomenon. But it certainly reminds me of, like, I mean, this Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna talk about it. But yeah, Glind definitely has all these like dream ideals of elves, and even when Fennel's just like, yeah, I'll introduce you to my brother. He's a weightlifter. He loves lifting weights. A buff elf man, and Glind's just like, elves aren't supposed to be buff. That's our job as orcs. But yeah, again, I do enjoy just the talk about the elves and such, and then the idea of elfin magic and the difference between witches and elves, where witches uses their innate magic, while elves use mana, which is the natural world energy. Very fun. And towards the end of the scene, Fennel talks about how he feels like he has to talk shit about his hometown, because he's like, if I hear somebody gushing about my hometown, I just need to shit on it. Which is an understandable thing, right? It's like you've lived there, so you know all the bad thing that's about it, and you know that this is not the perfect place that people think it is, so you just have to put these people in their place. It's an understandable thing, but then it kind of goes into, Fennel, the way that he says it, right? It feels like that, that bullyish energy where only I can talk shit about my hometown. And I certainly feel that on a level, right? If somebody talks, if somebody talks about California or something, if they say something that's like, very, very positive about California, I'll be like, it's not that great, right? And then I'll hand out all these details. But then if somebody who's not from California talks shit about California, I'm gonna be like, whoa there, buddy. You don't even live here. What are you talking shit for, huh? I certainly feel that to some level. But if you live in California and you're talking shit about California, understandable, you live here. And if you used to live here and you talk shit about California, I think that's still understandable. You've lived here for a while, right? You know how California works. But if you've never been here and you're talking shit, I ain't having it. But that's pretty much all I have with this first scene. Again, I like the whole thing of Fennel trying to ruin Glind's dream. You know, like, oh, these are ideals a little bit too much, but then immediately we see Fennel is just like going into his own dream, his own fantasy, his perspective, as they say, and that, oh, I am making some sort of progress with Alyssa. She said like in her sentences at some point, and Glind's just like, yeah, she said it to your village, not to you. Very fun. But this leads us on over to the potato apocalypse, I guess. And this whole scenario, absolutely stupid. And I love it, dude. God, these potatoes, like, they do look cute in their own very weird ways. But if they were like this, I would not be able to eat them. Alright? If plants could talk, I don't know if I could be able to eat plants. Or vegetables, sorry. What am I, a fucking cow? Anyways, yeah, if like vegetables could talk, or fruits could talk or something, I don't know if I'd be able to. I don't know if I'd be able to just carve right into them or bite into them or whatever. Consider that, something like fruits. You don't exactly cook fruits, you just have to eat it the way that it is. And God, if my apple is talking back to me, I'm just like, I can't eat you, man. You gotta be dead. Somebody needs to kill you. But we are introduced to Pondo, who is Lyra's husband. And here we see he ends up taking Giriko's fertilizer, because Giriko's out here inventing shit, and usually they're shit that's that works, but it works a little bit too much in the wrong direction. So she's the one who caused all these potatoes to turn up. We started getting all these potato puns, which is just Jesus Christ. But I love that Alyssa just wants normal potatoes, so she's just like, we gotta get rid of them. And I love that. Hold on. The reason why Pondo doesn't want these potatoes to be turned back was because his son is a teenager and he pays no attention to his parents. Honestly, again, with the way that Lyra is. understandable. And so Pondo's just like, these kids, these potatoes, they accepted my love and gave it an outlet. It's so sad, dude, that his son doesn't pay attention to him, and he's just like, I have to put it to these potatoes. It's so sad. It really is. It's so sad. But in the end, Lyra comes on over. She's Jesus Christ, dude. She just beat the shit out of him. It's so bad. It's so bad for Lyra. I need you to. they were. You know, it kind of goes back to what I usually talk about is how like it because like the row is reversed, so that's why it's funny. But if the row is not reversed, what if the okay? Because Lyra is a woman, right? And she's out here fucking beating her son and her husband, and they portray it as a very funny thing. But if we were to switch the gender, right, it's Pondo who does it to Lyra, then it's suddenly not funny anymore. So it goes right back into that ideal, and it's just not good. It's not good. And that's all I'm going to say. I kind of wrote a little bit of it, not a little bit of like this, but the idea of like Lyra's just over here fucking beating her son, and it comes from that, and it's like, well, you know, you're upset that your son doesn't show you any respect, but then you go and you fucking beat his ass, and like it's really hard for them to show you said respect, even if they're like in their rebellious phase and all that, right? If you do that, because the idea of you hitting your kids, it doesn't really teach them what they're doing is incorrect. It only teaches them to learn how to hide it a lot better. So that's what I wrote in the description of like episode 1 or 2 or something. But hey, you know, I'm not gonna linger on that for too long, because unfortunately people don't like it when I talk about it, so I'll keep it to myself. Yeah, in the end, we got this whole giant potato fight thing, which is, and then all the man-dragons who are just in very different positions. Goodness gracious. And I love that Giriko comes back to give the fertilizer. Because of course she did. And of course, Viola fucking takes it. I mean, Giriko is just like, oh yeah, you know, just test it for me. No instructions, no nothing. We've got this whole like potato fight, and it's more potato puns, which is totally fine. But can I just say, Giriko in her, I don't know, her farm outfit, very nice. Very nice. Although I currently can't understand what is going on at like the hip level. I mean, obviously this is where they're showing like the pelvis and all that, but like I'm talking about not even the hip level, I'm talking about like the crotch level. I don't know, like the pants is like at her hips, and like maybe it's because even though despite her wearing a belt, it's still sagging somehow, so then there's this weird sag like right at her crotch. I don't know what's going on with the pants. But still, Giriko looks very nice. But yeah, like I said, thought this was a nice episode. Got a little bit of world building when it comes to the elves or the elfins, and the last half is just pure stupidity. Fantastic. But you know, hope to see a little bit more of some sort of plot. So if not, then you know, whatever. But if I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys in the next episode.